I want to do the center.
Oh, the draft. Oh, man.
So we're drafting all-time centers. Last time of Power Forwards, of course, I gave you the first pick. So with this one, I will be taking the first pick, and I won't waste too much of your time.
Why you got my man Bill in a suit? You couldn't get him in his uniform? You got him. I mean, he's looking dapper here, but you got everybody else in the uniform, and you got my man Bill in a suit.
Player coach, it's hard to get. It's hard to get those pictures of Bill Russell back in the day.
It's a great looking graphic, my friend. Great job.
Player coach. He was also, he's the only one on this team of these pictures that have the opportunity to be a coach and a player in the same game. You know what I mean?
Before we start this draft, can I ask you a question? Did you ever see any video, any footage at all, grainy, black and white, anything of Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points? Are we still just going off that stupid ass sign where he had 100? Like this, and we're just supposed to believe he scored 100. Have you seen any video, Ountae?
No, well, Carmelo Anthony claims that he saw a video once of it, and that's the only evidence on video that I have of that game ever existing.
Is Melo saying he saw?
Bro, I saw videos this summer of the 1914 Olympics or something like that in color. I'm what's going on, man? Where's the video?
Where's the video?
I feel like Anthony Edwards. Send the video.
Send the video. Where is it? We can't get one basket? Here's one basket. This is all we could find from the archive 100 point. I ain't seen one basket. I don't think it happened.
All right, so here we go. All-time centers drafts. My team versus Team Travis. First pick. I'm going to go with the guy that's obviously at the top of this list. He was the all-time leader in scoring before LeBron James eclipsed it with his Lakers team. I got to take Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the first pick, Mr. Skyhook, and I think I'm going to put him at the 4.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little surprised that you went that route. I think it's the L.A. in you.
All of these guys played for the Lakers, mostly.
That's true.
At some point or
another.
That's
actually a good point.
They all play for the Lakers.
Yeah, they're all Lakers. All right, look, I didn't think you were going to go Kareem, so now I'm in a tough spot because I have my pick. I thought for sure one of these guys would be gone, so I'm going to just talk through this if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Take your time.
It's between Shaq or Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Now, here's where I'm going to go and why. Shaq's one of my most favorite players of all time, the most dominant player I've ever watched. Yep. I remember skinny Shaq at LSU. I'm old enough to remember that. And him running the floor and doing all that. Mm-hmm. But as big of a Shaq fan as I was, and still am, I cannot unsee Hakeem Olajuwon putting my man Shaq.
Yep.
I mean, that was literally my favorite player as a kid. He put Shaq in a blender and blended him every which way. It didn't matter. I mean, dream shake, you want up and under. He crossed him over at one point. I said, okay. I mean, he beat the hell out of Shaq.
It was a young Shaq. It was a young Shaq.
I don't care. Young Shaq was a problem. That don't mean nothing to me.
He was.
You could argue young Shaq was better than old fat Shaq.
Okay, but it's Joel Embiid got Wemby now, but he ain't going to get Wemby in 5 years.
Listen to me. Joel Embiid does not belong in this conversation. Okay, relax. We're talking about all-timers. I'm going to Dream Shake, man. Give me Hakeem Olajuwon, my first pick.
Keem. I like that. Do you know what position you're going to put him at?
Let me worry about my team.
Okay, my fault. Yeah, I'll just put him over here somewhere.
No, you have a team
you know
to
what I'm
build.
Saying? I'll just put him in the roster somewhere.
Yeah,
all
no
right.
problem.
And with that, you made my decision very, very easy.
I mean, bro.
I'm going to take the most dominant.
I get it.
Basketball player, forget center of all time, shattering backboards. When he was young, he was flying around the court. When he was older, he was just sitting in the paint and nobody could stop him. You send two at him, it didn't matter. He's dunking on the whole team.
Right.
I'm taking Mr. Shaquille O'Neal with the third pick in this draft.
I respect it.
And I will be putting him at center, obviously.
Okay, so listen, here's what's interesting. You have Kareem and you have Shaq, so that's a ton of scoring. I have Olajuwon, can score.
Yep.
I'm going to fight fire with fire here. A lot of times I try to strategically stop a guy on your team or whatever. I'm not going to do that. Even though I made fun of that stupid sign with 100 on it. I still, before Shaq, everyone, all the old timers said Wilt Chamberlain was the most dominant player of all time. So give me Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
I feel as though he can neutralize Shaq.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all that.
Well, we'll see. I feel like he could neutralize Shaq. And then one thing that's for certain, two things for sure. When the game is over, Wilt is making our after party plans. Thank you very much. Wilt's in charge of that.
I got Shaq for that. I'm not worried about it. DJ
he ain't
Shaq,
messing with Wilt.
DJ Shaq.
He ain't messing with Wilt.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Shaq got like 18 kids. So, I'm not worried about that. He know how to have fun. All right, with the next pick.
That's a lot of kids, dog.
Exactly. With the next pick, you made this extremely easy for me once again. The centers draft is loaded. I have to go get a guy who I think people here for sure love.
Yep.
Retired by the entire NBA is number 6. He's going to be our coach. He's going to be our player.
Yeah.
He's going to do a lot of great things. He's going to hold us responsible on defense. He's a really good passer as well.
Yep.
Really good rebounder and shot blocker as a whole. I'm going to take him and put him at the 3. I need Mr. Bill Russell.
Respect. I got nothing to say there other than congratulations. That was a beautiful draft pick by you. Rest his soul. I'm going to go look, I need some athleticism here. I was a bigger Patrick Ewing fan than I was David Robinson.
Yeah.
But with my team, Olajuwon, super athletic. Wilt, super athletic. I want to keep that going. I'm going to go David Robinson as someone who can run the floor.
The Admiral.
He could do everything. I mean, it shows you how great Tim Duncan was, because I almost feel like in a lot of ways, Tim Duncan's greatness overshadows David Robinson's, and people forget prime David Robinson. I think maybe because of where I'm from and him, being a Naval Academy guy, a Maryland guy, maybe it's greater in my mind, but David Robinson is an all-time great center and sort of ahead of his time in terms of athleticism at that position. So I'll go David Robinson over Patrick Ewing here.
For sure. I think I'm going to go in the opposite direction. This guy was a guy who threw the ball off the glass and dunked it this weekend.
Yeah.
Very basically.
Yep.
And the internet went crazy. But I have a lot of scoring on my team. Some defense, obviously, of course, because these are centers. These are guys who are going to anchor your floor.
Yep.
I got to go get somebody who's not as great of a defender, not a bad defender, but an extremely good passer. Understands the offense at a high level, really big IQ guy. We'll get these guys the ball in every situation. We'll be okay with not shooting the ball, even though he can score on all 3 levels. And obviously, we're playing in a modern game. We're going to need guys who can stretch the floor. This guy can do that. He can bang with the bigs down low. He's got the footwork to do some Olajuwon type things. I need Nikola Jokic, and I'm putting him at the point guard.
That's a devastating draft pick for me. I don't like that at all. I really wanted Joker on my team, and I thought he'd be there for the taking because there's so many great centers. I thought you'd be sleeping on that, brother.
They are.
All right. Well, listen, you leave me no choice. I mean, if you're going to go Jokic that early, I need a point guard to deal with him. You leave me no choice, man. I hate to have 2 Spurs on my team. But you know what? Go ahead. Play Jokic at point guard. I got somebody that can run it better. He's not going to shut your guy down, but he can run it better. Give me Wemby at the point guard position on my team. And good luck to Joker and his fat slowness with my guy Wemby, who's 7'9", with the handles with the yee, and the hezzy and the yee. And he get a jumper on you. Let's go, Wemby.
Wemby got absolutely destroyed by Jokic this year. I am not worried about that because we're not talking about Wemby 5 years from now. You're taking Wemby today. And Wemby today is, a great player. But, we watch Jokic carry a team full of guys we don't even know. To a bronze medal game and almost beat USA. You know what I'm saying? Which Wemby did as well. He almost beat USA as well. But he had other guys.
He did. He had other guys.
You know what I mean? This was a Jokic masterclass. You know what I'm saying? And we saw that. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to take the 3-time MVP over that. But congratulations. You got Wemby. You know what I mean? If we're talking 5 years from now, okay. Now, no. I don't care about Wemby. You can have him. He wasn't even on my list. I ain't even going to lie to you. So you pulled him way too early.